Alright, we are live for the college football national championship game. Let me just make sure and also get the comments up. I'm going to pull out in a second. But welcome to the stream. Let me know who you guys have winning. Your score prediction, stuff like that. But I have Georgia winning this. I think it should be a close game, but I do think it has the potential to be a blowout. I hope it's not a blowout. But I've got Georgia winning the national championship for the second year in a row by a score of 42-34. Alright, so let me get up the comments, put a poll out of who you guys have winning. Give me 1 second to do that. Georgia looking to win their second national championship in a row. TCU looking to win their first national championship since 1938 and their second overall. Alright, just pulling up everything. Comments, stuff like that. Give me a second as it loads. But welcome to the stream. Let me know who you guys have winning. Getting a poll out right now. Who will win the who will win? Hold on, got some spelling mistakes that I want to correct. Alright, make sure to vote in the poll who will win, TCU or Georgia. I'm on the side of Georgia, and I've seen other polls of who's going to win. I've been really surprised with the amount of people to actually pick TCU. But, I think TCU could pull off the upset and get the win. Let me check something really quickly. But let me know who you guys have winning, your score prediction, all that stuff. And now this is, I think, going to be a very interesting game. I think it'll be a very close, competitive game. Make sure to vote in that poll if you haven't already. Let me know who you guys have winning. And I also put a poll out in the community tab of my channel. And TCU actually is winning that poll, but make sure to check out the community tab of my channel for frequent stuff, polls, updates, anything like that. But it's very close. 51% have said TCU, 49% have said Georgia. So very, very close. For me, I think it'll be a close game. I think I would give the slight edge to Georgia. I think they're the better team. But now, Georgia they needed Ohio State to miss the field goal in the Peach Bowl to get here to the national championship, and also they needed and TCU, they beat Michigan, and Michigan destroyed Ohio State. So I mean, when you look at it, it could definitely be a win here for TCU. I would not be shocked if it is. But I have Georgia winning this. Let me know your score. Vote in the poll if you haven't already. So far, everyone in the poll has said TCU. As I said before, I'm on the side of Georgia, but if I had to pick someone I prefer to win, that would be TCU. Just see the underdog story keep going. They've been an underdog all season long. and I just like to see them keep going. But I do think Georgia will end up getting the win. Alright, so the game should start any second here. So I think this will be a higher scoring game, but I do think it's got the potential to be a blowout. I said that before, but Georgia is definitely the better, more talented team. But I mean, TCU's been doing what they do all season long. And injury updates. I'm not sure if there is any injury updates. Obviously, if you guys know, Darnell Washington, tight end for Georgia, left the Peach Bowl against Ohio State with an ankle injury. And he was a game time decision. Also, running back Kendre Miller for TCU is questionable with a game time decision. I believe another ankle injury. Let's see. They're going to make a decision on both players in pregame warm-ups. Darnell Washington is a huge tight end. He's 6'7", 270. It's like an extra tackle Georgia has. But is also good at catching the pass. Seems like he warmed up. That's Washington. Kendre Miller. The TCU running back with 17 touchdowns and 1,400 yards this season, or a little under 1,400 yards. Is also a game time decision, so seeing if there's anything new on either of them. Couldn't find anything so far. Hold on, I keep spelling their names wrong. But seeing if there's anything on if they're going to be playing or not. He was on the field and participating in pregame warm-ups. That's about all I know right now. Go TCU. Yeah, I'd like to see TCU win and get win their national championship. But let's see. I haven't found anything aside from Washington warmed up. Kendre Miller of TCU, their running back. I don't know anything about him right now. TCU winning would be great, but I don't see it happening. Yeah, same here. It's exactly how I feel. I'd love to see TCU win, but I don't think they're gonna end up doing it. It appears as if Miller is not expected to play tonight. So TCU. Kendre Miller dressed but helmet off and idle in warm-ups as of several minutes ago. That was 27 minutes ago. So it seems like they're going to be without Kendre Miller today, their top running back. Alright, so make sure to vote in the poll if you haven't already. So far, 57% of you guys have said Georgia. 43% of you guys have said TCU. I'm on the side of Georgia. Even though I prefer TCU, as I've said that like 1,000 times so far. Just pulling up the rosters. Alright, here we go. Give me 1 second. Alright, so game should start any second here. Just pulling up the box score. And also, it seems as if Darnell Washington will be playing for Georgia. Kendre Miller will not be playing for TCU. That's what it appears. Obviously, we'll find out once the game begins. But with Kendre Miller out, that will mean the TCU lead running back will be oh, I don't know if I'm going to say this right. Emery Demicado? I probably said that wrong. Sorry if I did say that wrong. But he'll be their second running back, or their top back tonight, if Kendre Miller doesn't play. Which it appears as if he's trending in the wrong direction. Alright, so the game in SoFi Stadium in LA. Okay, just give me 1 second to do something real quick. Alright, here we go. I'm all set. 50-50 on the poll. I think this is a game that could very much go either way. Game should start any second here. As just got done singing the national anthem. But let me know your score prediction in the comments. I have Georgia winning by a score of by a score of 42-34. Hold on, give me 1 second. Alright, my computer's freezing for a second. Alright. Georgia will be wearing red tonight. TCU wearing white. Alright, teams taking the field now. Georgia is also looking, as I said, to be the back-to-back national champion. Also looking to be the third 15-0 team in the college football playoff era, or since 2014. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Alright, here we go. Everything's working properly now. Some results in the poll. 67% of you guys have said Georgia. 33% of you guys have said TCU. TCU's been such a surprising team so far this season. They went 5-7 last year. This season they are 13-1, seeking their second national championship, first since 1938, almost a century, 85 years to be exact. Alright, coin toss coming up right now. Alright, let's see who's going to get the ball first here. Referee crew from the ACC today. I believe TCU would be considered the visiting team. Georgia wins the toss. Georgia defers to the second half. TCU gonna get the ball first. Alright, so I believe TCU gonna get the ball first here. Alright, so kickoff is coming up shortly. Yeah, TCU getting the ball here. Darius Davis back deep to receive the kick. 6-point return touchdowns for Davis in his career, so a dangerous returner. Always a threat to take one back. Jack Polinski kicks it away, and the College Football Playoff National Championship is officially underway. Davis calls for a fair catch, or takes a knee in his end zone, and the TCU offense will start at their own 25-yard line, led by Max Duggan. 13-16 record as a starter from 2019 to 2021. He started the season as a backup. He replaced the injured Chandler Morris on September 2nd. Finished in second for the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year, and also finished in, I believe it was second in Heisman voting as well. Kendra Miller not out there to start. Duggan got a pre-snap penalty. Lots of flags come in, 4 of them. Got a false start on TCU here to open up the game. Not the ideal start. False start there on left tackle Brandon Coleman. So 1st and 15, backed up to their own 20. Duggan looks to throw. 3-man rush for Georgia. Duggan rolls out. On the run, he fires downfield, and that's just overthrown. He's looking for number 18. That is... Hold on, let me check. 18 is... Ish... I don't know if I'm going to say this right. Burdine? B-U-R-D-I-N-E. Probably said that wrong. But yeah, Kendra Miller inactive tonight due to a knee injury. 2nd and 15. Duggan. Quick throw outside to Quentin Johnston. And Johnston able to pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards on the screen here. TCU, who a very surprising team so far this season. But they're in the national championship. 3rd and long here. For TCU. It's going to be a 3rd and 12 after that false start penalty early really backed him up. Davis in motion. Duggan in shotgun. Duggan looks to throw on 3rd and 12. To the outside, he throws. That is incomplete. Looking for Davis, just thrown too low and incomplete. And the Georgia defense forces a quick 3 and out to begin the game. So TCU sends on the punt unit as their first drive unsuccessful. And Georgia will get the ball here on the punt. TCU kicks it away. Fair catch called for at the Georgia 43-yard line. That is where the Georgia offense will take over. Great starting field position for their first drive. As they come onto the field, led by Stenson Bennett. He's had quite the story. Started off as a walk-on, then transferred to a junior college back at Georgia. And now, last season, the national championship game MVP, and this season finished 4th in Heisman voting. 1st and 10 here from Georgia, for Georgia from their own 43. That's another false start here. False start. Everybody but the center here just didn't snap the ball. Everybody started moving except the center. Darnell Washington is active today. He's out there to start the game. Cocky in motion. Bennett hands off to McIntosh up the middle. He breaks free of initial contact and gains 7 on Georgia's first offensive play. Now the TCU defense isn't amazing. It's an okay defense. So I definitely think Georgia will be able to score on TCU. Which is why I think it's going to have to be a shootout if TCU wants any chance at winning this. Empty backfield here for Stenson Bennett. Looks to throw. Fires over the middle. That's caught by Brock Bowers inside TCU territory, and he's taken down at the TCU 34-yard line. Brock Bowers had himself a very quiet game in the Peach Bowl. Had only, I think, 2 catches, and he picks up his first on Georgia's second play from scrimmage. Nice journalism. Thank you. Thank you. Brock Bowers has 2 touchdown catches in 3 career college football playoff games. Bennett, off play action, looks to throw. And he's going to dump this down to Edwards. And Edwards is thrown out of bounds after a gain of 9. Flag is down on the play. Looks like Stenson Bennett wanted to take a shot downfield. But we'll check on what the flag is. We've got an illegal shift on Georgia, so that'll back them up 5. I think it was that Donnie Mitchell took a step up closer to the line of scrimmage. Not sure the exact rule there, but I think that's what it is. Bennett, play action, looks to throw. He's going to dump this off to Brock Bowers. Bowers is going to get taken down after a solid gain there on 1st and long. He's able to get about 10 yards to make this a 2nd and medium. I think they might have had somebody, an offensive lineman, too far downfield in that play, but they don't call it. It is 3 yards in college, as opposed to only being a yard downfield in the NFL. But I do think there was some offensive linemen pretty far down the field. 2nd and 3 here for Georgia. 2 running backs in the game. They're going to hand it off to Milton. And Kendall Milton breaks free. He's taken down at at the 21. Sorry, not necessarily breaks free, just breaks the tackle, I should say. Georgia's got 3 very good running backs. They've got Kenny McIntosh, Kendall Milton, as well as Dewan Edwards. First and 10 here for Georgia from the 21. Bennett going to keep this one on the option. Stenson Bennett in the open field. Stenson Bennett in for a Georgia touchdown. Georgia strikes first. Their defense gets a huge 3-and-out on TCU, and Stenson Bennett with a 21-yard touchdown run puts Georgia on the board first. Five-play, 57-yard drive, quick drive, taking 2:28 off the clock for Georgia. The extra point here is going to be up and good, and Georgia extends their lead to 7-0. Great commentary, but boo Georgia. Stenson Bennett, a dangerous runner, not necessarily. He's a good runner. He's not like the greatest runner ever, but I mean he's always a threat to take off and run like that. As you see there, he had 166 rushing yards, 8 rushing touchdowns this season, 491 rushing yards, and 12 rushing touchdowns in his career. Now let's see how TCU responds here. They've been a team that could come back all season long. Let's see if they can continue to show that they're a resilient team that can come back. Only down 7 here, but they can't find themselves getting down too much against Georgia because, one, it's hard to come back against Georgia, especially when they have a great defense. So let's see how TCU responds here after giving up a touchdown on their opening drive defensively and not being able to do much offensively. Going a quick 3-and-out. Waiting for them to come back from commercial here. some updated results from the poll. 58% of you guys have said Georgia, 42% of you guys have said TCU. I would agree with the majority there of Georgia. Waiting for them to come back from commercial. Alright, they're back from commercial here. Showing the replay of the Bennett touchdown run. 21-yard touchdown puts Georgia up 7-0 on their opening drive. Lewinsky sends it away. Davis fields it in his end zone, and he's going to take a knee deep in his end zone, and the TCU offense will take over once again at their own 25. First and 10 here for the TCU offense, 11:01 to go in the first quarter. Each team's already had the ball once. TCU with the ball for the second time so far. First and 10. Duggan going to keep this one, and Max Duggan goes down for a loss of 7, maybe 8 yards on the play. Tried essentially exactly what Georgia scored on the read option, but that play was just blown up by the Georgia defense. Nowhere to go for Duggan, and I don't think he would have gotten much if he handed that ball off inside either. Once again, TCU finds themselves behind the sticks. Here is 2nd and 16. Duggan, a quick throw out to the returner, Davis. And he's taken down after a gain of a yard. Good job rallying to the football there by the Georgia defense. Third and long here for TCU. 3rd and 14 to be exact. As we hit 10 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Georgia has the second best defense on third down in the FBS, allowing a 27% third down conversion rate. This one a long third down. Johnston in motion. Duggan looks to throw. And he's going to fire. And that's incomplete off the hands of intended receiver, his tight end. Maiwi there. And that falls incomplete to bring up a 4th and 14 in the Georgia defense. Once again, forces a quick 3 and out. Nope, actually that's not true. We got a flag that comes in. They didn't put the flag up on the screen until late. Sorry about that. But we got defensive holding on Kiwi Ringo. So that'll extend the TCU drive. Just realized it didn't change the ball marker back from Georgia to TCU. Third penalty already on Georgia. From their own 30, here is the handoff from the jet sweep to Davis, the return man. He loses the ball, and it is, let's see, who's got the ball? It is, I think it's Georgia football. Yeah, it's Georgia football. Costly fumble there, as right when TCU was starting to get something going offensively, able to pick up first down, they fumbled the ball. Wasn't even like punched out, just lost the football as he went to go turn that corner. There's no direct contact with the football there. But the Georgia defense comes up with yet another big play, and Georgia is set up in excellent starting field position. First and 10 from the 33. Here is some trickery. Brock Bowers on the reverse. He's going to cut up field and gain 5 on the play. Brock Bowers, he's really just like a big receiver. They do things like him, or with him, that like you don't see teams running a reverse to a tight end. Now, something you do see with Brock Bowers there is he doesn't quite have the speed to get to the outside, but he's got the awareness and he's powerful enough to cut it up the middle and gain 5. And also earlier, they ran like a jet sweep to him for like a 75-yard touchdown. I think that was against Kent State. Play action. Bennett rolls out, takes a shot down the field, and that is... I think that's caught. Yeah, that's caught by Ladd McConkey. Another good play for the Georgia offense. And that picks up first down. And they've got it inside the red zone. About the 16-yard line. Maybe 17-yard line. Yep, definitely caught there. It's hard to tell because there was a slight bobble. But definitely a catch at the 13, actually. First and 10. Bennett hands off to Milton up the middle, and he's able to run for 3 yards to the 10. Before he's taken down. Second and 7. After the 3-yard run. TCU has 1 total yard. Georgia has 90 so far. Big difference there. Bennett looks to throw here. TCU brings a blitz over the middle. That's knocked away and incomplete. 28 for TCU. That is Mallard Bradford knocks it away. Bennett looking for his big tight end Darnell Washington over the middle. That broken up. So I said before, Georgia's got the best, or second best third down defense. They also convert on 50% of their third downs offensively, 8th best in all of the nation. Bennett to throw here on third. TCU brings a blitz. Bennett fires. That's caught, but it's taken down short. He finds Dijon Edwards, he's a running back. Taken down by Perry there, short of the first down mark, and that's a big stop by this TCU defense because you don't want to go down 14-0. I mean, you don't want to go down at all against such a powerful team like Georgia, but I mean, you don't want to go down 14-0. Good tackle there. Is going to hold him to a field goal try. Sorry, did not mean to press that. 24-yard attempt here from the left hash. And the kick is up, and it is good. And Georgia extends their lead and makes it 10-0, capitalizing off the TCU turnover. Now, TCU, they can come back here when they're down something like 10-0. But if you get down a lot further against Georgia, it's going to be super hard to come back just because of how good their defense has played so far. And just how good Georgia's been so far, and with TCU not able to get much going offensively aside from the penalty. Updated results in the poll. 56% of you guys say Georgia. 44% of you say TCU will win. Let me just check something real quick. Give me 1 second. Alright, TCU, they really need to get something going offensively. offensively. As so far, haven't been able to do much. Only able to put up 1 total yard and 1 first down was given to them via penalty. Hold on, let me just look something up real quick. This is the 5th meeting all-time between these teams. What do you mean? What's your favorite football? I assume you mean team. Favorite NFL team is the Giants. Favorite college football team is Notre Dame. How about you? Alright, so Georgia kicks it away once again. This kick out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And TCU will take over once again at their own 25. Type of football doesn't really matter for me. I love college football. I love the NFL. Any type of football, really. Oh, like pigskin leather. Really have no idea. TCU has not really turned the ball over much, but 6 of their 14 have come in their last 3 games. Up the middle here is to give to running back for a gain of 3. 4 on the play. Now, it is very tough to run the football against the Georgia defense. It is the first few rushing yards TCU has today. Here's a 2nd and 6. Second and 6 from their own 29. Duggan looks to throw here on 2nd down. He's going to take a deep shot down the sideline. Wide open receiver is Darius Davis. Spins inside. Cuts back outside down the sideline. He's shoved out of bounds. Huge play there. And much needed play for TCU. Big play down the sideline. He was wide open. TCU's come back before, but it might be hard against Georgia. Yeah, if they can keep hitting plays like that, they can get them all the way to the 11-yard line. I'm sure they could come back rather easily. Big play there. Here's the give up the middle. He's able to gain about 5 on the play. Gets it down to the 6. Let's see what happened here. Oh, both corners follow Quentin Johnston inside, leaving him wide open on the outside. And we've got an injured Georgia player on the field. That is defensive lineman Warren Brinson. Hopefully he's okay. That was an absolutely huge play for TCU. Not only in terms of yardage, but just with how the game's been going so far. That was a much-needed big play. That play with the receiver wide open, that reminded me of, who was it? I think it was Might have been the A.D. Mitchell touchdown for Georgia against Ohio State. Or was it the Ohio State receiver? Somebody was wide open in that game as well. I don't remember who it was, but I just remember, if you guys know what I'm talking about, there was a wide open touchdown down the field. I think it might have been the Arian Smith, 76-yard touchdown pass. I think that might have been it. Do I ever play Raid Shell Legends? No. I do not. But I'm waiting for them to come back from the commercial break here. That big play is officially marked as a 60-yard completion and gets it to the 11 of Georgia for TCU. Alright, still waiting for them to come back from commercial here. Alright, they're back here. So at the 6-yard line, TCU looking to get themselves right back into this game. Duggan hands off up the middle and breaking tackles. He's taken down after another gain of 4 on the play to make this a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. And speaking of 1, they will get a first down inside the 1-yard line. So from the 2 here, 3rd and 1 from the 2. Quentin Johnston in motion. Duggan is going to keep this one. Max Duggan into the end zone for a TCU touchdown. And TCU with a much-needed touchdown drive. Gets him on the board. 2-yard touchdown run from Max Duggan. And I was just about to say, Max Duggan is very dangerous in these situations, has several touchdown runs this season. He's got 8. Kendre Miller also, he's not playing tonight, but he was responsible for 17. So, a loss down in the red zone near the goal line, but they still got Max Duggan, who is obviously a great rushing threat himself, as you see there, and he's able to take it in for the 2-yard touchdown. And it cuts the lead to 10-7 Georgia. But Georgia going to get the ball back after giving up the TCU touchdown. Now, the TCU defense hasn't really been great so far. They need to get a stop. I mean, I know it's still early, but you just like to know that you'd be able to stop the Georgia offense. Alright, once again, waiting for them to come back from commercial after the touchdown. Some updated results in the poll. Of 52% of you guys that say Georgia, 47% say TCU. Waiting for them to come back from commercial. Alright, so it should be back from commercial break. Alright, now they're back. After the TCU touchdown. Alright, TCU set to send it away. After they finally got themselves on the board with a big touchdown drive. 4:45 to go in the first quarter of the national championship game. Georgia leads 10-7. And they received a kick here. The kick will be returned from about the 1 yard line. And he is taken down at the 30-yard line. Solid return there by Jackson. Max Duggan, that was his 28th career rushing touchdown. That is a school record in terms of TCU rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. So from the 30, Bennett and the Georgia offense retake the field. Kenny McIntosh, the running back, wound up to his left. Here's a quick throw out to Ladd McConkey. And he cuts back inside, and he almost takes down the ref. But he's able to pick up first down. And get 11 on the play. First and 10, passing yards somewhat even so far after the TCU big play. 65 passing yards for TCU, 63 for Georgia. From their own 41, Bennett hands off to Kenny McIntosh running right. McIntosh cuts upfield. Kenny McIntosh runs for yet another Georgia first down. And he gains about 10 or 11 on the play. Now Georgia, I said before, they've got 3 really good running backs in Milton, McIntosh, and Edwards. McIntosh the best pass catcher of the bunch. But all over 500 rushing yards on the season, and all with at least 7 touchdowns. McIntosh was the leader in both rushing yards and touchdowns as well. Bennett looks to throw, fakes the quick throw outside. Now he's going to come back to that to McConkey on the outside. He's going to do a little stutter and go, and he's forced out of bounds after a gain of 9. About 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter of the national championship game. Bennett looks to throw here. He's going to go take a deep shot down the field. Wide open receiver is Ladd McConkey, and he's in for a Georgia touchdown. Trading big pass plays with wide open receivers downfield. And Georgia extends their lead once again at 37. A 37-yard touchdown catch there. And the extra point will make it a 10-point game again. 4-play, 70-yard drive. Teams just trading big plays here. But Walensky on for the extra point. And his kick is up and good to make it a 17-7 Georgia lead as they regain their 10-point lead on a 37-yard touchdown pass. I'd like to see the replay of what happened here. Oh, here we go. So, number 1 for TCU, what happens here is he doesn't know if he's supposed to follow the receiver on the streak, or if he's supposed to come up and cover the running back Kenny McIntosh, who's coming out of the backfield. He ends up choosing McIntosh, leaving the over-the-top option and the 37-yard touchdown as a result. They kick this away. Davis on the return from his own 7. Looks for space. He's going to get taken down after getting up to the 21, maybe the 22-yard line, but not a ton of space on that kick return. And TCU takes over with 2:39 to go in the first quarter. First and 10. Duggan in the pistol. And he's going to hand off up the middle. He finds a lot of space to run there. He gains 10 on the play. Now, something you really want to do against this Georgia defense is win first down. And the past few first down plays, TCU's been able to do that. A reason they've had success. And in that case, they're able to run it for a first down and bring up another first down. First and 10 here. Duggan hands off. He's going to look for space once again. He's going to gain 6 on the play before he's taken down. Another good run against the Georgia defense. .28 rushing yards already for TCU. I don't know if that updated to include this past 7-yard gain. Second and 3 here. Demercado, 5 carries, 30 yards so far. Bennett looks to throw. He's going to go quick throw outside. That's caught by his tight end, number 19, before he's shoved out of bounds. Uh, 19 is tight end Jared Wiley, or Wiley, I'm not sure, W-I-L-E-Y, I think it's Wiley. First and 10. A minute to go in the opening quarter from their own 49. Duggan, play action, looks to throw. Pump fakes, and now he goes down for the sack. Georgia pass rush gets home. It looked like he wanted to go deep down the field, but didn't like anything he saw. Here we go. Yeah, everything's covered. Good protection initially, then the protection breaks down, and he goes down for a loss of 18. Duggan swings this out to 21. Another one of their running backs takes a big hit and is taken down after a gain of a yard. 21 for TCU is, let's see, what's his name. Corey Wren. And that's also at the end of the first quarter. So Georgia leads this by 10, 17-7, but TCU moving the football here, looking to answer the touchdown drive as we head to the second quarter. Entertaining game so far. A few big plays through the air. So far, TCU has been able to run the ball. Now, this is annoying because they include sack yardage in rushing yards. But in total, they've got 20 rushing yards on 9 carries. A few of those are sacks. I think 2 are sacks plus 1 was just a run play that never really got going. Let's see. We've got... I believe we have 2 sacks on the Georgia defense so far. Maybe just 1? I thought there was another sack. Alright, just 1 sack, so a sack for a loss of 8. Oh yeah, that makes sense, because Duggan's got 3 carries, he had the touchdown, and then the other run, which just was a disaster. So you take out the sack yards, they've got sack for, what did I say, a loss of 8? Let me check real quick. Yeah, loss of 8 on the sack, so 28 rushing yards so far. On 8 carries. Isn't all that bad against the Georgia defense that only allows like 50 rushing yards a game, I think. I'll check the numbers. Give me 1 second. Georgia allows 77 rushing yards a game. So when you've got 28 in the first quarter, that's not all that bad. Here's a 3rd and 17 for TCU. Duggan looks to throw. Fires underneath. That is caught by Davis. And he gets inside Georgia territory, but is still taken down several yards short of the first down. Looks like it's going to be about a 4th and 7. Gained 7 on the play, but not enough when you need 17 yards. Fourth and 6 is what they're officially going to mark it as. And TCU will punt it away here. So Georgia going to get the ball back. Fair catch called for at the 7-yard line by Jackson, and TCU offensive line number 74. Hold on, let me find him. 74, Andrew Coker, an offensive lineman for them. I don't know what exact position, is headed to the locker room with an apparent injury. He is their, looks like their right tackle. So he's headed to the locker room with an apparent injury. Obviously, hopefully he's okay. So from their own 8, Bennett hands off to Milton, looks for space. He slips a bit and is taken down after a gain of 2 at the 10-yard line. The TCU defense, it's early in the game, but it's a point where they really need to stop right here. You don't want to go down 24-7. Even though it's only the second quarter, you just don't want to go down that big against Georgia. Second and 8, Brock Bowers in motion. Bennett, play action, looks to throw, and on the run he fires. That's complete by Brock Bowers, or to Brock Bowers for a gain of 10, and he gets it up to the 20-yard line. Solid start to the drive for Georgia. Brock Bowers really is the Georgia #1 receiver as a tight end. He's like, as I said before, he's like a big receiver. He's got the speed of a receiver, the skills of a receiver. Here they fake the toss out to McIntosh. Bennett takes a shot down the sideline for Brock Bowers, and that's complete at the 45-yard line inside TCU territory. And another big play through the air for the Georgia offense. The fake toss to the outside really threw off the TCU defense. Brock Bowers is now up to 4 catches for 78 yards already, and we're only in the second quarter. Bennett hands off to that's Kendall Milton, and he gets taken down for a loss of a yard by 13. That is D. Winters for a 2nd and 11. Brock Bowers has 19 touchdown catches in his career so far. That's second most in the SEC. Like, not current, but might be all-time, I don't know. Second and 10, Bennett looks to throw. He's going to float one down the sideline. That is going to be incomplete, looking for Donnie Mitchell. But that one falls incomplete. He had a big go-ahead touchdown catch against Ohio State in the Peach Bowl. 3rd and 10 here for Georgia. TCU defense looking to get off the field. Third and 10. Looks like more like 3rd and 11, but they're going to mark a 3rd and 10. Empty backfield here for Stetson Bennett. TCU shows blitz. They bring the blitz. Free rusher off the edge. Bennett rolls out of it. Now he looks to run. And Stetson Bennett is going to dive for the first down. And he's going to move the chains for Georgia. Shows off that rushing ability once again. Good job spinning away from the free rusher, which was Winters, who made the tackle for loss earlier. And he's able to pick up first down for for Georgia. He's got 2 carries for 33 yards and a touchdown. Is also 156 passing yards and a touchdown. Responsible for both Georgia touchdowns. Play clock winding down at 2-1. They just get the snap off. Hand off to Kenny McIntosh, and he gets taken down for a loss. He tries to get back up and run because he never landed on the ground, but he stopped there. And another time TCU especially with these last few first downs, they're able to stop the run on first down. And even the past series of downs, they had a good second down play too. Just Stetson Bennett hurt him with the scramble on 3rd down. Here is a 2nd and 10. Bennett, play action, looks to throw. He's He's going to dump this off to his running back, Edwards, and he's going to be close to a first down. It's going to depend on the spot here. When he went out of bounds, let's see. I think he's just short. He's going to be about a yard short. Let's see. It's going to be actually 2 yards short, making this a 3rd and 2. Bennett hands off to Edwards up the middle. He's able to pick up Georgia first down. And gains 7 on the play before he's taken down by Winters. He's had himself a nice game so far. Georgia now inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Another good drive here for Georgia. First and 10 from the 18 here. Brock Bowers lined up in the backfield here for Georgia. Bennett hands off to Kenny McIntosh. He's trying to bounce this outside. He's going to be able to turn the corner and shove it out of bounds after about a gain of 10. First and goal from the 7-yard line here. Brock Bowers in motion. Bennett going to keep this on the design run, and he's got plenty of space. He walks into the end zone for a Georgia touchdown, and they extend their lead and make it 23-7. 6-yard touchdown run for Stetson Bennett, his 3rd total touchdown of the day. There's nobody over there to stop him. He walks into the end zone. Play, 92-yard drive, taking 5:43 off the clock for Georgia. And the extra point here to make it a 24-7 game is up and good. Third total touchdown of the day for Stetson Bennett, 2 rushing, 1 passing. Stetson Bennett having a really good day so far, as he's the leading rusher and passer in the game for both teams combined. Responsible for 3 touchdowns and has, let's see, how many total yards? 203 total yards, 164 through the air, 39 on the ground. TCU really needs a touchdown on this upcoming drive, especially with their defense not being able to stop them right now. I mean, their best stop was a field goal. And TCU is going to need to keep scoring if they want to be able to stay in this game. .50-50 on the poll. Waiting for them to come back from commercial after the touchdown. Also, make sure to like this stream and subscribe, as help reach more people, and I would also greatly appreciate that. But TCU gonna get the ball here after the Georgia touchdown. Really need a touchdown. Now down by 17 points. Stetson Bennett is the first quarterback with two rushing touchdowns since Vince Young in 2006. Eight and a half minutes to go here in the first half. And Georgia kicks it away for the fifth time in this first half. Davis on the kick return. Looks for space. He's going to get taken down at the 19-yard line by number 19. And Georgia with some excellent kick coverage there. By the way, 19 is Darius Smith, freshman outside linebacker. Hey, why are they going to another commercial? Is there an injured player that I didn't see? Alright, they go to another commercial here after the kickoff. And TCU will take over at their own 19-yard line. So waiting for them back from commercial here after the kickoff return. Alright, still waiting for them to come back from commercial after the kickoff. Alright, they're back from commercial here. And was there an injured player on the field? Is that why they went to commercial, or did they just go to commercial for no reason? Alright, they're back after the commercial. TCU with the ball at their own 19-yard line. And TCU right tackle number 74 went to the locker room earlier. Hold on, let me find it. Find him. Andrew Coker is back on the field here. So it's a good thing to see he's okay. Low snap, Duggan looks to throw. Plenty of time. Now looks to take off and run up the middle. He's only able to get a yard before he's tackled there. Great protection against a good Georgia defensive line. Just nowhere to go with the football. Second and 8. Duggan hands this one off. making cuts, and he's going to get a solid gain of about 7 yards to make this a 3rd and short. Flag is down in the play with 7:47 to go. It is going to be a holding penalty on TCU. Said I'll take away that run and back him up. It is on... Penalty was on 56th or center. Yeah, definitely see it there. Second and 15 from their own 15. Duggan, play action, looks to throw, throws quickly to the outside. That is caught by number 4. He's got space. He turns upfield, and he's shoved out of bounds. 4 for TCU is, let's see. That is Tay Barber. That was his first catch today. Third and 7, TCU, 1 of 3 on 3rd down so far today. Third and 7. Duggan looks to throw. He's pressured. And he's going to launch one deep down the field. And it is intercepted. Looking for his big wide receiver, Quentin Johnston, downfield. He gets picked off, way overthrows him. And another big play is made by the Georgia defense. Let's see, Quentin Johnston working out of the slot. Georgia brings a blitz. Johnston's... Oh, he throws it at the wrong place. Johnston's coming wide open on like a post, and he leads him further outside the field. If he leads him more across the field, they've probably got a touchdown. But Johnston is about to be wide open. Instead, it's picked off by 22 for Georgia. That is Javon Bullard. Here is the throw out to Brock Bowers. He's able to gain about 9.5, maybe 10 yards in the play and pick up yet another Georgia first down. Big average in yards per play. Georgia averaging 10.2 yards a play. TCU averaging 5.7 yards a play so far. First and 10 here for Georgia. Play clock winding down at 4, 3, 2. Just get the snap off. Here is the give to Kendall Milton. He bounces this outside. Milton still on his feet. Takes a big hit and is taken down after a gain of 9 in the play to make this a 2nd and short. Second and 1. Second and 1 here for the Georgia offense. Got the ball inside TCU territory. Here's the give to Milton. He's just able to get back to the line of scrimmage because he falls forward, hitting the backfield by 91 of the TCU defense. That is... let's see, 91 is Timon Mitchell. Bennett takes a snap, quick throw outside to number 11. That is, I believe that's Smith, and he's chopped down after a gain of about 4. He's able to pick up first down as well. $14 first downs for Georgia, only 5 for TCU so far. Bennett hands off to McIntosh up the middle. He is tripped up, but he's able to keep on his feet for an extra few yards and gain 13 on the play. Clock winds under 4 minutes to go in the opening half. Kenny McIntosh, 5 carries for 43 yards so far today. First and 10 from the TCU 31. Bennett is going to hand off to McIntosh. McIntosh with space, he's going to run for another gain of 7. TCU has, well, actually we got a flag down in the play, but TCU struggled to stop the Georgia offense, whether it's been through the air or on the ground. 12.8 yards a pass attempt for Georgia, 7.3 yards a rush attempt. But this one's going to come back due to a holding penalty. First and 20 on the play. Or after the penalty, I should say. Bennett hands off to Edwards. Looks for a lane. He's going to cut up the middle and gain 5 on the play to make this a second and 15. Second and 15 from the 36. Georgia already with 129 rushing yards so far today. Bennett, play action, looks to throw. He's going to take a shot to the end zone. That is going to be... Oh, wow, did he get the feet in? No, he didn't. Incomplete. Pass was caught by McCockney. And no, foot came down out of bounds. Yeah, entire foot clearly comes down out of bounds. Third and 15. Stetson Bennett on third down. Alright, there we go. Bennett looks to throw, protected well over the middle. He fires. That's caught by Brock Bowers. Bowers has it inside the 20. He's still on his feet before he's finally taken down at the 12. Big play there for the Georgia offense. They convert on third down yet again. Throw by Stetson Bennett there over the middle. Getting it to his big tight end. And Brock Bowers does the rest. Doesn't like to go down easily, as you see there. 8-play, 54-yard drive so far for Georgia. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Play clock winding down. Georgia's going to spend their first time out here. With 1:41 to go as the play clock runs down to 0. So they go to commercial. Georgia threatening to score once again. A frequent sight here in the first half. Alright, so Georgia looking to score and stretch their lead to 31-7 before the half on what has been a dominant first half so far. Alright, they should be back from commercial any second here. Waiting for them to come back. Georgia has the ball. With 1:41 to go, they spend their first timeout. This play clock at 0. They have the ball inside the red zone at the TCU 12-yard line. Updated results from poll. 51% of you guys have said Georgia will win. 49% of you have said TCU. And if you're wondering why it's still so close after what has been a dominant first half, it's because once you vote, you can't change your vote. Alright, they're back from commercial here. $1:41 to go in the second quarter here. They're back after the timeout. Bennett tosses this to Edwards to the outside. He uses stiff arm and is taken down after a solid run of 7. Georgia's just been able to run the football. Really do anything offensively at will so far. But specifically run the football as they have 136 rushing yards, 7.2 yards a carry. And that shows there is they pick up 7 on that pass play. Second and 3 for Georgia. Kendall Milton enters at a running back. Bennett hands off to Milton up the middle. Milton stretching for the goal line. He's got a first down, but it's taken down at the 1. And we'll bring up a first and goal here for Georgia. Came close to the goal line, but couldn't quite get there. As the clock now winds. Actually, timeout taken with 1:18 to go by TCU. Their first timeout, trying to save themselves some time to get some points on the board after this Georgia drive. And remember, Georgia also gets the ball at the start of the second half. So they are really in a just unbelievably good position so far. Georgia with the ball at the 1. TCU calls the timeout with 1:23 to go in the half. Alright, waiting for them to come back from commercial. TCU called their first time out of the half now. That leaves each side with 2 remaining in the first half. $50-50 on the poll here. Some updated results. So they should be back from commercial any second here. 50-50 on the poll here. Some updated results. So they should be back from commercial any second here. 50-50 on the poll here. Some updated results. So they should be back from commercial any second here. 50-50 on the poll here. Some updated results. So they should be back from commercial any second here. go to yet another commercial. Alright, they're back. It looks like it's raining inside SoFi Stadium. That's a first. Raining inside a dome. Well, there is openings on the side, but appears as if it was raining. First and goal here from the 1. Bennett in shotgun. Kendall Milton, the running back, lined up to the left. Brock Bowers in motion. Here's the gift to Milton up the middle, and he's in for a Georgia touchdown. Georgia extends their lead. It's now 30-7. And this is turning into a blowout. Eleven play, 66-yard drive for the Bulldogs there. And it is now a 31-7 lead. TCU does have a minute 19 to work with and 2 timeouts as well. Each side with 2 timeouts remaining before the half. So let's see if TCU can at least give themselves something to build on here as they head into the second half, maybe put together a positive drive. Maybe score quickly and their defense comes away with a big stop and they get themselves right back into this game. But still a lot of work to do here for TCU. A lot of time remaining only in the first half, but down by 24 already. Kickoff is away. Davis back deep to receive. He's going to return this from about a yard deep in the end zone. And he's going to try to reverse the field. He's got the speed to do so. Breaks this outside and is forced out at the 20-yard line by Kiwi Ringo. Minute 12 to go in the first half. So first and 10 from their own 20. Duggan and the TCU offense back onto the field. Duggan looks to throw. He's going to sidearm one to number 9. That was the guy who lined up the backfield, their running back. First time I've seen him today. Let's check who he is. That is Amani Bailey. Clock runs. Duggan snaps the ball quickly. He is going to go down for the sack back at the 12-yard line. And the clock runs to 41 seconds to go before TCU. I think it's TCU spends their second timeout. Someone spends their second timeout. Georgia brought a corner blitz, leaving everyone one-on-one along the offensive line, and a disaster there for the TCU offensive line. But that was actually Georgia that called a timeout, looking to go up even more before the half. And it is... Sack came from Bear Alexander, a freshman out of Texas. 3rd and 18 for TCU. Now, I didn't think Georgia would actually call a timeout there. Because, I mean, I thought they'd be fine just to let this go to the half. And especially knowing they get the ball after the half. But apparently they want to score more points. 3rd and 18 here. 42 seconds to go. Backed up their own 12. First down at their own 30. 4-man rush for Georgia. Bennett. Sorry. That is intercepted. Duggan, sorry, I meant. Now Georgia set up with an excellent field position at the 20. Picked off by 22. I believe that's his second pick of the game. Nope. Yes. No. Javon Boward. I think that's his second pick. And another turnover forced by the Georgia defense, the 3rd of the day. Second pick thrown by Bennett. Sorry, Duggan. Keep doing that. Tries to fit that ball into a very tight window to Davis. And that one gets picked off. Second pick of the day. And Georgia's got the ball inside TCU territory at the 22 with 36 seconds to go in a timeout. Bennett looks to throw. Fires over the middle to the end zone, knocked away. Looking for Donnie Mitchell. Nice play made in the ball there by 26th TCU defense. That is Bud Clark. That's a really nice defensive play there, knocking the ball away. Clark, I believe, at the early pick 6 against Michigan in the Fiesta Bowl semifinal game. McConkey in motion. Bennett looks to throw. It's going to float one to the end zone for Mitchell. Touchdown! Great play there. Great catch by Donnie Mitchell, and Georgia extends their lead. It is now 37-7, and we aren't at halftime yet. Donnie Mitchell, 22-yard touchdown catch, and Georgia extends their lead. Great throw from Stetson Bennett. Fantastic catch by Donnie Mitchell. Caught the defender's arm with him as well. And the extra point will make it a 38-7 game. A 31-point game at the half. Not something you see every day in a national championship game. Alright, how many times do we need to see this replay? They're not reviewing it. It's clearly a touchdown. Alright, here we go. 2-play, 22-yard scoring drive taking 10 seconds. And the extra point is up and good. It is now 38-7. You know, I'll just keep the ball marker over by TCU because they're going to get the ball here. .26 seconds to go. In the half. Great touchdown there by Georgia. Just great throw, great catch. Everything about that play executed to perfection. .26 seconds to go in the half here. Bullard, the guy who has the 2 picks for Georgia, is headed to the locker room. I don't know if it's an injury or whatever the case may be. Here is the kick return from Davis, a few yards deep in his end zone, and he finds some space on the return up to the 26, and that's where the TCU offense will take over with 21 seconds to go. So the TCU offense retakes the field. Actually, Georgia running back John Edwards down on the field with an injury. Hopefully he's okay. It's like some type of leg injury. Hopefully he's okay. But it's been a dominant performance by Georgia so far. Edwards walks off the field. It's a good thing to see. Hopefully he's okay. 1st and 10 here. Now, I would imagine TCU is going to try to get some points back on this drive with 21 seconds, 2 timeouts, but you don't want to throw another pick and give Georgia another free touchdown. Nope, here they're just going to run it up the middle with Bailey, the running back. Now, 10 seconds to go in the half. Imagine they'll just take this to the half. Let's see, they got 5 seconds. No, they do snap this. Duggan, hands off, tries to bounce it outside. He gets taken down after a gain of 3, and that brings us to halftime. Georgia going to get the ball after the half. But at halftime, Georgia with a dominant first half. It is now 38-7 at the half. And now I'm going to go take a very short break as they do at halftime of every game. Make sure to vote in the poll if you haven't already. Let me know your updated prediction, who you have winning. I would assume it's going to be Georgia, but just let me know. Your updated score prediction as well. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and also like the stream, as it would help the stream reach more people, and I would also greatly appreciate that. But, just give me 1 second. I'm going to go take a very short break. Give me 1 second. I'm 70-10. At this rate, it might be. But I'm going to go take a very short break. I will be right back. But, score prediction, stuff like that. Give me 1 second. This isn't working. Hold on. This is not working. Give me 1 second to fix this. Hold on, give me 1 second. Hold on, this is still not working. Let me see if I can try to fix this. Just give me a quick second. Alright, I'm gonna go take a very short break. Updated score prediction in the comments. But I'm gonna go take a very short break, and I will see you in a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. Thank you guys for staying with me. Georgia leads this one 38-7 at the half. But my updated prediction, obviously I'm going to stick with Georgia. I don't think TCU is going to come back down 31. While they have come back a lot this season, it's not going to be a 31-point comeback. At least you wouldn't think. But, and as far as my updated score prediction goes, let's see. If it continues to this rate, which it probably will, it's going to be a lot to not much. So, we'll go... let's see. Updated score prediction, we're going to go with... Georgia 52, TCU 17. 52-17 updated score prediction. But let me know your updated score prediction in the comments. As I said, Georgia 52-17. And, I think Georgia is going to continue to have a dominant showing. But, give me 1 second, we'll get to some stats. But getting to some stats from the first half. Obviously, the current scores you see on the top of the screen: Georgia 38, TCU 7. For TCU, player stats to begin: Max Duggan 8 of 12, 97 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks. Rushing: Amari Demercado, probably said that wrong, 6 carries, 33 yards. Imani Bailey, 2 carries for 9 yards. Darius Davis, 1 carry for 2 yards, and Max Duggan 5 carries for a negative 20 yards and a touchdown, but that also includes sack yards, which has been sacked either 2 or 3 times for a good loss on both. Receiving for TCU: Darius Davis, leading receiver, 3 catches, 73 yards, had the big 60-yard catch as well. Jared Wiley, the tight end, a catch for 10. Tay Barber, a catch for 8. Quentin Johnston, a catch for 3. It's been very quiet in first half for the top receiver. Imani Bailey, a catch for 2. And Corey Wren, a catch for a yard. For Georgia, Stenson Bennett, 13 of 17 for 215 yards, 2 touchdowns. Rushing for Georgia, Kenny McIntosh, 5 carries, 43 yards. Stenson Bennett, 3 carries, 39 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Kendall Milton, 8 carries for 25 yards. DeJuan Edwards, 3 carries for 19 yards. And Brock Bowers, 2 carries for 15 yards. Receiving: Brock Bowers, 5 catches for 102 yards. Ladd McConkey, 4 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown. Adonai Mitchell, a catch for 22 yards and a touchdown. DeJuan Edwards, 2 catches for 12 yards. Arian Smith, a catch for 3. And getting to some team stats on the first half. Obviously very one-sided. First downs: Georgia's got 19, TCU with 5. Total yards: 354 for Georgia, 121 for TCU. 213 passing yards for Georgia, 97 for TCU. Also 3 turnovers actually for TCU, none for Georgia. Rushing yards: 141 for Georgia, 24 for TCU, and time of possession 18:47 for Georgia, 11:13 for TCU. So now I think TCU can make this sort of a close game, and while they have been able to come back all season long, I think this is just too much. To come back down by 31 in one half of national championship game. Alright, so the second half is going to be interesting. I don't necessarily know how much Georgia will do. I mean, I don't think they're going to score another 38 points, but I mean, I don't think they're going to go get shut out in the second half. They'll probably, as I said, put up maybe a few touchdowns, kick a field goal, maybe something like that. I would not be shocked to see them go over 50. I would not be shocked at all. So, I don't know when they're going to come back, because usually it's a lot longer of a halftime in, like, the championship game. So 38-7 at the half has been quite the blowout so far. If you guys have any thoughts on the first half that you'd like to share, make sure to put it in the comments. My thoughts in the first half: Georgia was able to do everything at will. TCU barely put up any resistance defensively. Their offense wasn't able to do much. In fact, Georgia, I believe they scored on every single possession. Let's see. Georgia went touchdown, field goal, touchdown, 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 touchdown. Yes, they've scored on every single possession. So, Georgia has just been dominating this game so far. And that just goes to show how big of a gap there is between Georgia and everyone else. Because they've just been so good this season, whereas someone like TCU, they've been really good, but I mean, when they go up against the best in Georgia, as you see here, they get absolutely destroyed. But the second half should be starting relatively soon, as with the players back at the field now. So it should be after this commercial break. So I'm going to go ahead and put up quarter 3. Georgia also going to get the ball to start the half, with the opportunity to maybe even extend their lead. Alright, so when we come back from commercial break here, I think they should be... They should be starting the second half relatively soon, which is why I changed the scoreboard up at the top. Alright, so I believe the half should start relatively soon. Yeah, players are back on the sideline, so should begin any second now. And they go to another commercial. Okay. So we'll have to wait a bit longer for the half to begin. But if you guys have anything you want to say in the comments, make sure to let me know. Alright, here we go. Start of the third quarter. It's about to get underway. So Georgia going to get the ball here after the at the opening kickoff of the second half. Alright, TCU set to kick it away to Georgia. And the second half is about to get underway. So they send it away. A low line drive kick. And this is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Georgia offense will take over at their own 25-yard line. Let's see if the Georgia offense will continue to impose their will on the TCU defense. Or if they're going to continue, or if TCU's finally going to put up some resistance. Because Georgia's just been able to score on every drive. Their worst drive is a field goal. 1st and 10 here Start of the second half. Bennett hands off here to Kenny McIntosh. He cuts inside and is taken down after getting 5. Maybe got 6 yards on the play. Not a whole ton of space. Or not a ton of space, but a good amount. Stenson Bennett tonight, 213 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air, also 2 rushing touchdowns. On play action, he's 7 of 8 for 120 and a touchdown as well. That's also, those numbers are included in the total stats, but that's the numbers on play actions, having a very nice night. 6-yard run there from McIntosh on first down. Brock Bowers in motion. Bennett hands off to McIntosh, looking for space. He's going to get taken down after gain of a yard by 95 Cooper. Not a whole ton of space there on that play for McIntosh to run. Third and 3, opportunity for TCU to get off the field here. Looks more like 3rd and 4. McIntosh in motion. Bennett looks to throw. Quick throw. That is incomplete. Looking for Donnie Mitchell. Great coverage there. Batted away by number 1 of the TCU defense. That is Javarius Hodgins Tomlinson. And they finally forced a 3-and-out. Maybe this is the start of a turning point for TCU. I mean, they only need, 5 touchdowns to take the lead? First punt tonight for Georgia. And he punts it away. Flag down on the punt. And this punt going to bounce inside the 30 down to the 20-yard line before it skips out of bounds. Let's check what the flag is. Officials talking over the flag. Let's see what it's going to be here. Alright, so it's still going to be TCU ball during the return, or during the kick. There was holding on TCU. So let's see if the TCU offense can build on what their defense just did, forcing a 3-and-out to start the half. First and 10 from their own 10. Duggan hands off, and he gets taken down right at the line of scrimmage at the 10-yard line. That was Nimikato. I'm probably saying his name wrong. But, he's been the lead back tonight for TCU with Kendre Miller out with a knee injury. Second and 9. Maybe you got a yard on that play. Davis in motion. Duggan looks to throw. Georgia brings a blitz. Quick throw to the outside. That's caught by the tight end, Wiley. And he's able to gain about 5 on the play. Got this to the 15 and make it a 3rd and medium. TCU is 1 of 5 on 3rd down so far this evening. Here's a 3rd and 5 from the 15. Georgia brings a blitz. Duggan gets it out quickly and incomplete, looking for his top wide receiver, Quentin Johnson, on the slant. That one falls incomplete. And TCU also goes with a quick 3-and-out. Really good job picking up the blitz and put it in a solid position. There's actually could be interference there. His left arm was getting held down. He had to go up with a one-handed opportunity. 4th and 5, TCU punts it away. Fair catch called for at the Georgia 45. And that is where the offense will take over. So the defense has looked good to start. It has been a defenses look good to start. Alright, waiting for him to come back from the commercial here. After the punt. Alright, still waiting for him to come back from commercial on the after the punt. Georgia takes over at their own 25-yard line. Alright, they're back here after the commercial. First and 10. Stenson Bennett and the Georgia offense back on the field. Brock Bowers in motion. Here is play action. Bennett is going to dump this off to Brock Bowers. He's got the speed to turn upfield. Bowers still on his feet. And he's tripped up, but he's still on his feet, taken down after a big play inside TCU territory at the 26-yard line. Big play there for Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is so good here. 6 catches, 130 yards for the Georgia tight end. Here's the give to that's Kendall Milton, and he's able to sprawl forward for 6 yards on the play. Looks like there might have been a slight face mask on that play. No flag is thrown. Yeah, definitely a face mask on that play. No call there, but definitely a missed one. 2nd and 5 here. Looks like Bud Clark, TCU safety's gone off with an injury. Hopefully he's okay. Bennett looks to throw. Going to dump this off. Looking for Edwards. That one bounces off him and is incomplete. Good to see him back on the field, though, after his previous injury. So 3rd and 5. Third and 5. Georgia is 4 of 6 on 3rd down so far. Bennett looks to throw. He's going to float one down the field for Bowers and completes for a touchdown. Another Georgia touchdown. They're just making it look so easy. And it is now 44-7, 42-yard touchdown catch there for Brock Bowers. But Georgia extends their lead after a 4-play, 55-yard drive. Brock Bowers responsible for 50 of those yards. Had the catch and run to begin, and then the touchdown after that. And a 6-yard run was in between that. Actually, a 5-yard run. It is now 45-7. Georgia, as they continue to destroy TCU, and I didn't even change the ball marker. Brock Bowers, such a matchup nightmare. As he's too big to put a corner on him. He's too big and too strong for a corner, but he's too fast for a safety. He's such a matchup nightmare. But I know you said 70 to 10. I assumed as a joke, but I mean, maybe we're actually going to hit that here. Alright, TCU going to get the ball back here after the defense allows yet another touchdown. So, for yet another time, Georgia kicks it away. This is going to be returned by Davis. Looks for a lane. He finds a lane up the middle. And is taken down at the 32-yard line. Penalty marker flies. Let's see what that is. During the return, we got a holding penalty on TCU, so that'll ruin the solid return and back them up significantly. Jonathan Bullard, by the way, injury update, out for the rest of the game. I don't know what his injury is, but he's just out for the game. First and 10 here for the TCU offense. Duggan, hands off, and it's a big hit, but he's able to hold on to the football and stay on his feet, gains 6 yards on the play. Second and 3 here. Duggan in the pistol. Play action, looks to throw. Blitz brought by Georgia. Duggan escapes it. Now he looks to run. He's going to get the edge and scamper to bounds after about a gain of 5 on the play. Also picks up a TCU first down in the process. Good job by Max Duggan there to escape the pressure. And that is only the 6th first down picked up by TCU so far today. Georgia's got 21 of them. First and 10. Duggan, play action, looks to throw. Fires over the middle, that's caught by number 12. That is, let's see, who's number 12? That is tight end Jaquarius Spivey. I don't know if I said that right. First and 10 for TCU at the 40. Duggan looks to throw, and to the outside he fires. That's complete to the return man Davis for a gain of about 5 or 6 yards on the play. Second and 4, Max Duggan tonight, 117 yards and 2 picks, no touchdowns. Not having a very good night for the Heisman finalist. Second and 4, Duggan looks to throw here. Escapes the rush, and as he's hit, he's going to throw that in the direction of the running back. But that one falls incomplete. And if you hear me just call him the running back, because I keep forgetting his name. But, it is Demercado, if I'm saying that correctly. I have no idea if I am, though. Third and 5. Duggan, quarterback draw, he stumbles, and he loses 4 on the play. Big play made by the Georgia defense. Because if he's able to get through the line, he's probably got a first down. But he slips. And then cause him to go down. And TCU will send on the punting team for this upcoming 4th and 8. Georgia going to get the ball back here on the punt. Fair catch called for at the 16. And that is where Stetson Bennett and the Georgia offense will take over. Stetson Bennett 5 total touchdowns today, 3 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. So they go to commercial here. And let's see what the Georgia offense has in store for us this time, as they've been dominant all wrong so far. Alright, so waiting for him to come back from commercial here. So still waiting for him to come back. Alright, still waiting for him to come back from commercial. Georgia leads this one 45-7. They get the ball back after the punt. Still waiting for him to come back from commercial. Here is a run by Dijon Edwards for a gain of 10 on the play. Sorry, I missed the beginning of it, but caught the end of it. Alright, 1st and 10 here for Georgia. Another first down after the first down run by Edwards. 7:15 to go in the national championship game. Both tight ends, Bowers and Washington, in motion. McConkey also in motion here. Here is the reverse to McConkey. Cuts upfield. He's got blockers in front. And he's taken down after a gain of 12 or 13 on the play. Solid play there for the Georgia offense. And they pick up yet another first down. First and 10 from their own 42. Bennett in shotgun. Edwards to the back, wind up to his left. Play action. Bennett looks to throw. He's going to go take a deep shot down the field. It is going to be incomplete. Mitchell had it for a second. No, sorry, that's Smith. Arian Smith had it for a second. But the hit knocks the ball free. And is an incomplete pass. Second and 10 here. Play clock winding down at 5. They get the snap off. Bennett, play action. Quick throw. He zips it into a tight window that's caught by number 5. There's Donnie Mitchell. But a flag is down in the play, so let's check what that is. Before we said they moved the chains once again. We got defensive pass interference here. But let's see this. I didn't really think it was interference there. He caught the ball anyway. Oh, he didn't catch the ball. Sorry. I thought he caught it. But yeah, that's interference. Early contact. He came up with the ball. I didn't see it bounce off the ground. I thought he caught it. First and 10 here for Georgia after the penalty. This time inside TCU territory at the 43 years to give to Milton up the middle, fighting for yards. He's able to get 3, maybe 4. No, 3 yards is the final total on the play. Second and 7. Bennett hands off to Edwards, and he is swung down for a loss of a yard. Now to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 here for Georgia. And let's see if TCU's defense can finally get off the field again. Stenson Bennett tonight, 263 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Also, 39 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, total of 5 touchdowns, and a little under 300 total yards. .440 to go here in the third quarter. Bennett looks to throw here. He zips one down the field, and he's hit his big tight end, Darnell Washington. Washington's got it at the 13. And I believe that's his first catch today, but he does more than just catch the football for Georgia. He's a very good blocking tight end. Also, good pass catchers you see there. Wide open. And Bennett able to go hit his big target at 6'7", 270 pounds. Could be a potential first-round pick for the NFL draft this upcoming April. We'll have to wait and see. First and 10 here. Bennett hands off to Kenny McIntosh. He is going to just be able to fight forward back to the line of scrimmage, but not a whole ton of space there. Now, I feel like TCU's done a solid job stopping run on 1st and 2nd down, getting into a 3rd down. But then on 3rd down, they can't do anything. They can't stop the run, they can't stop the pass, and they just get destroyed on 3rd down. Current drive, 7 plays, 71 yards, taking 4:10 off the clock for the Georgia offense. Second and 10, Bennett in shotgun. He's going to swing this one out to McIntosh. And McIntosh looking for a lane. He's going to get tripped up for a loss of yard to make this a 3rd and 11. So now here's what I was just talking about. 3rd and 11, but now TCU is going to go give up a... Go first down. Stetson Bennett has been named offensive MVP in all 3 career college football playoff games of the 2 last year, and then the Peach Bowl in the semifinal a few weeks ago on New Year's Eve, and looks like he definitely, with 5 touchdowns, could definitely be the offensive MVP today as well. 3rd and 11, Bennett looks to throw. He's going to take a shot to the end zone. Touchdown! McConkey with another touchdown catch, and Georgia has hit 51 points. (51-7) the current score. 9-play, 84-yard drive, 5:17 off the clock for the Georgia offense. And this is just a complete blowout. The extra point is going to be up, or let's say the extra point I would assume is going to be up and good. It is, good snap, good hold, and the kick is up to extend the lead to 52-7. Stetson Bennett's 4th touchdown pass, 6th total touchdown of the day. Alright, so they go to commercial break again, waiting for them to come back. We've got a lot of commercials today, because, I mean, they have to go to commercial every time someone scores, which has been quite frequently when they put up a combined 59 points. I thought this game would actually be a really close game. Instead, yeah, I'm sure you guys see it's 52-7, difference of 45 points. Alright, waiting for them to come back from commercial. Alright, they're back here. They just showed it all synced up. The reactions of Kirby Smart, the main cast, and Sonny Dykes doesn't show. TCU head coach doesn't show much emotion right now. I mean, your reaction. Wow, we're losing by even more. On the return, here is Davis weaving his way through. He's able to get 30 up to the 30 before he's taken down. And that is where the TCU offense will come onto the field. Georgia is actually 3 points away from tying the record of most points scored in a national championship game of 55. By the way, there's a run for 3 by TCU. Second and 8 here for Georgia. Sorry, for TCU. I'm so used to saying Georgia because they constantly have the football. From the round 32, Duggan looks to throw. Escapes the rush and still on his feet. Keeps looking downfield and he's going to fire back across the field to a wide open receiver and he misses him. Throws it too high for Darius Davis. And it is now 3rd and 8. Davis was wide open with lots of space ahead. But Duggan makes an inaccurate throw and Davis is not the biggest guy in the world. At 5'10", is not able to go up and get that one. Third and 8 here after the incompletion. Duggan in shotgun. 4-man rush for Georgia. Quick throw. This one caught by Davis. He's in the open field and he stumbles his way to the 45-yard line, tackled there by the turf monster. Five catches for 101 yards for Darius Davis tonight. 1st and 10 for TCU. About a minute to go here in the third quarter. From the 45, Duggan hands off to, I forget the running back's name again, but he gains 2. .45 seconds to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 8 from the 43 inside Georgia territory. Duggan, play action, looks to throw, rolls out right, escapes the rush, and now looks to take off and run. He's going to not get much. He's out of bounds after he gains maybe a yard, and that's also most likely going to be the final play of the quarter. Yeah, that's the final play of the third quarter. Georgia up 52-7. 3 points away from tying the record for most points scored in a national championship game. Alright, make sure to subscribe, to like the stream and subscribe while we wait for them to come back from commercial after the end of the quarter. Alright, still a commercial here. Alright, still waiting for them to come back from commercial. If you guys have anything to say. Make sure to let me know in the comments. Alright, they're back here. Duggan looks to throw on 3rd and 9. He's going to dump this off to the running back. I forget his name once again. Or Demicato, sorry. And he will lose this too, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Fourth and 11 here for TCU. They're going to keep the offense on the field and go for it. Why not? I mean, they've already lost the game. TCU 14 of 25 on 4th down conversions so far this season. Duggan looks to throw. He's under pressure. He fires, and that is almost intercepted. And incomplete. Georgia gets the ball anyway. So 1st and 10 here for Georgia. Their offense back on the field from their own 46, actually. Here is the give to 22. Actually, no idea who that is. Oh, he's a freshman running back. Branson Robinson. Getting some of the younger guys involved here. Second and 7 here for Georgia. By the way, this is actually the biggest blowout in national championship game history, or at least since 1992 when they began the bowl stuff like this. But Stetson Bennett exits the game and Georgia makes a quarterback change. Don't gotta sweat this one out. Clearly, we know they've got the championship. And what a great career for Stetson Bennett in his final game at Georgia. Back-to-back national championships. One of the few quarterbacks to be able to do that. Alright, so waiting for him to come back from commercial break here. Stetson Bennett finishes as a two-time national championship. As a two-time national champion, he goes from a walk-on to starter. He's most likely going to be a two-time national championship game MVP, Heisman finalist, all-time Georgia single-season passing leader, SEC champion. A bunch of great accomplishments for Stetson Bennett in his college career. This is tough. Are you a TCU fan or just a college fan in general? But yeah, it's definitely tough. I thought we were going to see a great game, but instead we get an absolute blowout, one of the biggest blowouts in college football national championship game history. But yeah, very, very tough. 2nd and 7 here. Here is the give to Robinson, like the 4th string running back. But I don't even know who is the Georgia backup quarterback. Number 15, Carson Beck. I guess will also be the guy to take over next season. Here's Beck. He looks to throw. He's going to fire to the outside. That's caught by Jackson. He's hit, but still on his feet. Out of bounds at the 29-yard line of TCU. Stetson Bennett, 6 touchdowns responsible for, ties the most in a BCS/college football playoff national championship game. Ties Joe Burrow when he did it in 2019. The game physically took place in 2020, but it was the 2019 season. Just like this is game technically taking place in 2023, but it's the end of the 2022 season. Beck hands off to Robinson here, and he's going to get taken down after not getting anything. Second and 10 here. Stetson Bennett, 28-3 as a starter, tied second best record as a starter in SEC history. He's 25-1 over his past 2 seasons, with the one loss coming to Alabama in the SEC title game last season. Second and 10 here. Here's the give to Robinson up the middle, and he's going to run for 4 yards on the play to make this a 3rd and 6. Third and 5 here. For Georgia. Third and 5. Here is Beck. He looks to throw. TCU brings a blitz. He's going to float one down the sideline. Incomplete. He was looking for 86. I'm going to have to check like everyone now because they put some of their backups in. 86, Dylan Bell, freshman receiver. 4th and 5 here for Georgia. They're going to go for this. Beck looks to throw. TCU rushes 4, and that is caught on the slant by Bell, the intended receiver on the previous play. So to make this catch in the national championship game, and Georgia picks up the first down. Ten minutes to go in the game here. From the 13, Brock Bowers is still in the game, in motion. Here is the give to Robinson, and he's fighting. He's going to go into the end zone for a Georgia touchdown. Tough running there. No, actually, he is down at the 1. Never mind. But a tough running there. He's running through everybody. Georgia goes quickly. Here is the give to Robinson. Now he's into the end zone for a touchdown. I think. Yeah, now he's in. Georgia now breaks the all-time record for most points scored in a national championship game. It was at 55. It is now 58 and counting, as Robinson runs that one in for Georgia touchdown. The extra point up and good to make it 59-7. (59-7). 9:24 to go in the fourth quarter. TCU can get the football back. But make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications to almost any of their upcoming videos. And if you guys are wondering, my final college football rankings will be out tomorrow. I bet you guys have no idea who number 1's going to be. It's really the biggest debate of all time now. But, yeah, they'll be out tomorrow. Then, other videos out throughout the week. But make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications to almost anything like that. Upcoming live streams, stuff like that. Videos, live streams. Waiting for him to come back from commercial break here. Again. Alright, they're back from the commercial break. TCU gonna get the kickoff here after Georgia's, let's see, how many touchdowns do they even have? 7? No, 8 touchdowns? Yeah, 8 touchdowns and a field goal so far today for Georgia, as they have officially scored the most points in college football national championship game history. and it's also the most lopsided game in terms of point differential in BCS slash college football playoff championship game history as well. 9:24 to go. And Georgia kicks off for, what is this, their 10th? No, 11th time kicking off this season at this game. Because, let's see, they kicked off at least 8 times. Well, 8 times for every touchdown. The 9th was the field goal. Now, that was their 10th time kicking off. That's, 10 times you kick off? Wow. First and 10 here. Kirby Smart calls a timeout. Their second of the half, and he's going to take out some of the Georgia stars and let them get a standing ovation like he did to Stenson Bennett. Going to take out Huey Ringo, let's see, and the cutaway right as Huey Ringo, Jalen Carter, a bunch of others as well. Jalen Carter, most likely going to be a top 5 pick, probably top 3 pick. And do they really have to go to another commercial for that? I mean, I feel like all this game has been is kickoffs, Georgia touchdowns, and commercials. Alright, waiting for him to come back from commercial yet again. Alright, reconnected. Sorry about that, don't know what happened there. But I got disconnected for a second, not sure why. Second time that happened today. Alright, they're finally back, and I just missed the first down play. Sorry. But it looks like a loss of 2 on the play. TCU still got their starters in there. Max Duggan's still in there. 9 minutes to go in the game here. Duggan takes the low snap, skips the pressure, and he goes down for the sack. Back at the 13-yard line, he gets taken down. Just a dominant showing from Georgia so far. 3rd and 21. Third and 21, Duggan in shotgun. He looks to throw. Escapes the pressure. Duggan sidearms one, and that is going to be caught by number 0. Let's see who that is. 0 is Blair Conright, junior wide receiver. And it's going to bring up a 4th down for TCU. Fourth and 6 from their own 29. Could keep the offense out there and go for it. Duggan looks to throw. Georgia brings a blitz, and Duggan goes down for the sack. $7:30 to go, and Georgia will take over at the TCU, what's it going to be, the 17, 18-yard line? Seven and a half minutes to go. First and 10 from the TCU 19. Beck hands off to Robinson, and he's going to run it in for yet another Georgia touchdown. His second of the day, and it is now, 65? 65-7. This rate might hit 100 before the game's over. Branson Robinson runs it in for yet another Georgia touchdown. I mean, this doesn't even seem real. 65, almost going to be 66-7? Wow. The extra point is no good. He missed it. Okay, so it's going to stay at 65-7. But that missed extra point's really going to come back to hurt them. And they go to commercial yet again. Alright, so 65-7 here. Alright, still waiting for him to come back from commercial. All right, still waiting them to come. Still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Alright, they're finally back from commercial here. This kicks the touchback, and TCU gets the ball at their own 25. Alright, first and 10 here. Here is the back of Chandler Morris. He hands off up the middle for 9. I believe that's his name, number 2. I think that's Chandler Morris. He was the starter coming into the season. Yeah, number 2, Chandler Morris. Now at quarterback. Max Duggan's night is over. Second and 1 here for TCU. Max Duggan finishes 14 of 22 for 152 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 picks. Here is a completion for first down, at least. First and 10 here. From the 41, Morris hands off to DeMercado, and he runs out of bounds for no gain. Max Duggan was the 2022 Heisman Trophy runner-up, best by a TCU player since 1955. Second and 10 here. Morris on the option is going to keep this. He's going to get out of bounds after getting a 4 on the play. Sorry. Chandler Morris was actually the starting quarterback. He started the first game, then left with injury. Max Duggan took over and never looked back. Third and 6 here. Morris looks to throw, quick throw, batted in the air, and incomplete. It's going to bring up a 4th and 6 here for TCU. Fourth and 6, TCU sends in the punting unit. 5:14 to go. And Georgia going to get the ball back. Maybe they can even hit 70. Fair catch called for at the 25-yard line. And that is where the Georgia offense will take over. 5:07 to go in the game. Here is a run with number 20 to the outside for about a gain of 6. 20 for Georgia is, let's see, Savon Clark. It's his turn to get some action. Georgia scored 65 points, most in a BCS / college football playoff title game ever. 2nd and 4. I forgot what I just said that guy's name was. Savon Clark. Gotta remember that now, because he's going to remain in the game at running back. He's going to get the give here. Clark bounced this outside. He's got some space ahead of him, and he's going to go to bounce at the 50-yard line with 4:18 to go. It's a good thing they don't keep stopping the clock, and the clock keeps running. Four minutes to go in the game. Georgia football at their own at their own 49-yard line. Beck under center. Hands off to Clark up the middle. Looking for space. He's going to gain 5 on the play before he is taken down. 3:33 to go in the game. 2nd and 5. TCU with only 36 rushing yards, Georgia with 252. It's been a big difference today as, well, a lot of other categories, essentially every category. Three minutes to go in the game. Beck takes the snap, hands off to Clark, and he is going to run forward for 2 yards before he's taken down to make this a 3rd and short. Third and 2 here. Clock winds to under 2.5 minutes to go. Beck under center. It's going to hand off to Clark, bounces outside, picks up the first down, and is taken down after a gain of 3. Under 2 minutes to go here. 1st and 10. It's going to go victory formation here. And Beck takes a knee. Minute and a half to go. Still have to snap this, what, another 2 times? If my calculations are correct. Second and 11 here. After he took a knee. Gonna have to take a knee. Maybe he'll have to do it another time. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's gonna have to take a knee another time. Takes a knee. 45 seconds to go. He's gonna have to snap the ball one more time. That's the final score. Georgia 65, TCU 7. Georgia wins their 2nd national championship game in a row. And Georgia are your 2022 college football national champions. absolutely destroyed TCU 65-7. Just shows how good and how dominant Georgia really is when able to win a national championship in this dominant fashion. But Georgia absolutely demolishes TCU 65-7 final score. But I'm not going to stay on for the trophy presentation. If it was a closer game, then maybe, but I mean, not going to hear. But that's all for tonight's stream. Thank you guys for joining me and sticking with me through this, through the blowout. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this stream, subscribe, turn on notifications. College football rankings, my final of the season, will be out tomorrow. Also, if you guys are NFL fans, that'll be out later this week. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications to almost any of the upcoming videos. I do my best to post as often as possible. Thank you guys for joining me. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. I hope you all have a great rest of your night. Georgia are your national champions by a final score of 65-7. I do my best to post as often as possible, and I will see you in the next video.